All right, hey everybody, we're back here. We're going to talk about how long your vehicle how long should you own your vehicle? And believe it or not, this was when I started out to write this, I thought it was going to be very easy and I thought this was going to be a simple thing to do, but come to find out it's actually not. And there's no true answer to this, okay? But I'm going to give you some things to think about. I've been racking on this for a couple hours here, and there's so many variables to how people drive based on how many miles and what they do and how long they keep their vehicle and how well they keep it and how much they paid for it in the beginning versus how much they can get, what their interest rate is. There's so many variables. There's not a legit answer, but I'm going to give you some things to think about. And then at the end of this, I'm going to tell you what I think is how long you should keep your vehicle. So did some dive in here, Kelly Blue Book, average repair cost for some of these certain things. An alignment. Okay. It's almost $200 for an alignment. Alternator replacement, $750. Brake pad and rotor replacement, I believe this is per axle. You're looking at $550 to $600. An EVAP purge control valve replacement. These are common things. Okay, $380, $370, fuel injector replacement, $1,000. You can see here that this stuff is not cheap. And these are basic. Look at a thermostat today. Changing a thermostat costs $700. Used to be able to change a thermostat for $13 in 15 minutes worth of work. It was really easy. So, and even your TPMS sensors, all this stuff is expensive. This is a whole different world now. And then luxury cars, based on, the type of vehicle you got, what you can expect for your repairs. They got a whole thing on here. It was pretty interesting. Basically, in a nutshell, what it comes down to is vehicle repairs today are getting tremendously expensive. Okay, there's no doubt about it. They are getting tremendously expensive. We go over here to how long... Now, this article has a bunch of great information in there. If you want to pull this up, you can see it right here. It's Forbes. And then just type in car insurance, car ownership statistics. It's pretty interesting, but the key thing and takeaway is they're talking about in 2023, it costs $12,182 a year or $1,015 a month to own and operate a new car, according to AAA. That's up 13.6% from 2022. And it goes into some averages and says between 2019 and 2023, new vehicles increased in price by 30% and used increased by 40%. Okay, these numbers are ridiculous. They're absolutely ridiculous for buying cars. And like I said, there's a lot of neat stuff in here. You can see what colors are most popular for people to buy. You can see the 20 most popular vehicles that are bought. There's so much information in this thing. What states have how many cars there are for sale in the actual United States or available on the road in the U.S., which, where was that? How many owners right here? Only 8.3% of households did not have a vehicle in 2022, a 4.6 decrease from 2018, while 8.7 of households do not have a vehicle then. So it kind of goes on and gives you a whole bunch of statistics in here. It's pretty cool. Pretty neat article. How many cars are there in the U.S.? Total number is basically 300 million personal and commercial vehicles registered to drivers in the United States in 2022. So a lot of neat stuff in here to take away, but the key thing is that prices of used cars went up 40%, prices of new cars went up 30%. That makes a big difference in here with the things we're dealing with. Now here, it says in here that this is wrong, okay? It says U.S. consumers keep vehicles for a record of 12.5 years on average. I believe, according to the Reuters article, it's actually the average age of a vehicle on the road today is 12.5 years. Not how long a person owns their car. That may have been sold 2 or 3 times, but the average age of all the combined vehicles on the road today is 12.5 years. So these vehicles are older that are out there on the road. We know that. I've talked about that in other articles. And in here, we actually see from IC Cars, how long do people keep them? The average new car is kept for 8.4 years. Okay, so 8.4 years, and they go on to say that some of the top models, some of the higher end ones, they go for 9.7 to 11.4 years. They're owned, but overall the average is 8.4 years that a person today buys and holds on to their vehicle. Okay, as it says right here, that's pretty interesting. Okay, that's interesting. And they even give you some specs here on how long some of these vehicles are held for based on the actual vehicle. So you can kind of see it in here. It's pretty neat, pretty interesting if you want to dive into this. It's still not telling us what we want, but it's giving us fuel to be able to use for that kind of stuff. Here per vehicle here is the years of ownership on average per vehicle. Okay. Look at that. The average Jeep Wrangler owns it for 8.9 years. Interesting because remember, if you read everything, all the comments on my stuff, they technically blow up. Like in 2 years, their engines fall out and they need brand new engines and the transmissions blow up and the wheels fall off of them. Same with a Ram pickup. They basically implode and turn to pixie dust and disappear after 3 years, but somehow the average person is keeping it for 8.7. So it's pretty interesting to see here, though, what this is and how things are kept and what's going on. Very neat stuff. Still not helping us too much. Here's more on how long people are keeping these so we can see what's going on. Now, what about over here? Okay, this one right here. How much does dealerships charge for labor? Basically, you can read through this, yada, yada, yada. It comes out to this right here. On average, a dealership will charge between 100 to 200 per hour for labor. If you're in a bigger, more urban area where they can get more money, they do. If you're in a rural area, they get less. But basically, figure somewhere in there. So you're figuring, even if we figure that in the middle at $150 an hour, 10 hours worth of work is, $1,500. Okay, that's a lot of money. That's, I mean, you got to kick in the thoughts of that, how much labor is today to have repairs done on your vehicle. So that is something that's an important factor in this, which we'll come into in a minute. And so what about here? Old cars. This is an article. Sorry, bugs flying there. Old cars with more than 100,000 miles are worth real money now. Now, this article was written in 2021, and that's the reason I'm showing it. Back in 2021, pandemic stuff was still going on. We had all these issues. We had these supply chain issues. Well, so here it says right there, a lot of people still think that once a car has been driven more than 100,000 miles, there's not much value left in it. We're getting back to that now because that was the way things were for a long time. Now, this article goes on to talk about because of the shortages and pandemics that vehicles between 100 and 110,000 miles on them where it used to be worth 12.7 according to Edmunds, but this year the same sort of vehicle would be worth 16.5, roughly a 30% increase in value. So they're saying hold on to it, jump on it, you get more value out of it. That's a good thing. Here they say these days, cars and SUVs can normally survive for 200,000 miles, so a well-maintained vehicle over 100,000 miles should have plenty of usable life remaining in it. Maybe, but what about the repair cost when there's an issue? What is it where we look at IC cars here that it says on here, I thought in here it had a rate of most likely to make it to 200,000 miles. I thought that was in here. I know it was in a different one that I did. But there was was it in here? No, I'm not seeing it in this one. But realistically, most vehicles, like 40% chance of making it to 200,000 miles is what they were saying in here. And that was like, high-end Toyota options, okay? There were not many vehicles that broke over a 40% chance of making it to 200,000 miles. Yet this one right here seems to make it sound like, there's tons of them that can do it. They can do it, but it will cost money to do it. And today, unlike in 2021, the amount of money it costs is tremendous. What about extended warranties over here? So I was interested in this. Now, we know factory warranties are available. They usually extend out to about 6 years and 125,000 miles. It's usually the max you're going to get a factory extended warranty, which is the number one way I would buy it. But a Mopar, a Ford one, a Toyota Care, any of that, that's about the max you're going to get. Honda Care, any of that kind of stuff. Some of these will go, some of these like endurance, these aftermarket ones for later on after you've used your 100,000 miles factory extended warranty, they'll go up to like 200,000 miles. They'll go out to like 8 years is the most they're going to go. That's the farthest I could find on any of these is 8 years. Let that sink in. You're only going to get coverage for 8 years. Remember the cost of the repairs and the stuff we're seeing on here. One of the articles I did a few weeks ago said that the average cost for repairs done today was $4,000 was the average of out-of-warranty repair costs that have to be done. Pretty crazy. So when you do the math, it gets nuts. Now this one here shows us here, again, you can see it. It's 8 years for this one here. But here they give us some prices of this. So with these, this is how much it cost for a monthly payment for these warranties, you're looking at $100 a month for 30 months, $150 a month continuously, $150 a month, $125 a month. These prices are stupid insane. Stupid insane. But they know that they're on older vehicles, which are going to have problems and are going to have more issues. So again, we take it all with a grain of salt. And this was on, now keep in mind, we reached out to reputable extended warranty companies for free quotes on a 2021 Toyota Corolla with 30,000 miles. Only 30,000 miles. These are the prices that they got. Okay, on this isn't a 100,000 mile vehicle. Okay, look at these prices on a vehicle that's still technically in warranty. Okay, it still has the factory warranty. These are insane numbers. Here's just for the powertrain extended warranty that they're going to do. This was on a 2017 Chevy Equinox with 90,000 miles with a $100 deductible. Many of them had $200 deductibles or higher. Look at the prices on these, okay? So these aftermarket warranties, they're ridiculously insane. Compared, we'll show you compared. So when should you sell your vehicle? When should you keep it? Well, again, I went through all this kind of research, read all these articles, got all these other ones that didn't interest me much, and I came up with this right here. So here's my little notes, basically, but I cleaned them up slightly to average it. Let's look at it. So let's just say you're an average driver and the same person buys the same vehicle. Okay, so we'll use averages as average. But you buy a vehicle for $50,000, you drive it for 3 years, you sell it for, let's say you sell it for $40,000. Your cost to own over that time is $10,000 divided by your 3 years, 36 months, comes out to $278 a month. Not a bad deal. Okay, not bad at all. What if you kept that same vehicle for 5 years and then you sold it for $30,000? Cost to own, $20,000. It costs you $333 a month. Not a whole lot of difference here. What if you kept it for 7 years? Okay, if you kept it for 7 years, you sell it for $20,000. Your cost to own was $30,000 divided by your 84 months is $357 a month. But when you're at the 7-year mark and beyond, major repair risk here and you are out of warranty. So you have to take those with a grain of salt. And also keep in consideration that the cost of a 5-year, 100,000 factory warranty from the actual manufacturer. Don't buy it at the dealership when you're buying the car. Call later and get it from a different dealer. Get it from get it directly from Honda. Get it directly from Ford. Toyota won't let you do it directly. You got to go through their stupid dealers for them. But you can get it directly from Mopar. These warranties are not that expensive. Okay, on my Cherokee Trailhawk, I had a 5-year, 100,000 mile warranty on that one factory straight from Mopar, and it was $1,100 for that entire warranty paid up front in cash. On my current Gladiator, the Gladiator 23 Gladiator, $1,270, 5-year, 100,000 mile warranty. On my son's Honda Civic that we got him, $1,100, 6-year, 120,000 mile warranty. So these can be done, but you gotta buy them right. But if you look at that, we figure that out. So, okay, remember what those crazy, stupid prices were, $150 a month and crap on those junk warranties. Look at here. This, if you were to spread it over your 60 months that you're going to finance a vehicle for, comes out to $25 a month, plus all factory warranties are prorated refundable. So if you sell the car, wreck the car, whatever the case is, if you have time or mileage left, or time and mileage left, they will refund you the prorated amount that you did not use. So it's a win-win on the factory warranty, 100%. So based on that, you can see that you're only talking a few dollars difference here. And again, with how vague my scenarios here were, they're very similar. There's not a whole lot of difference here, but you have to ask yourself, would you rather for the same money drive a new vehicle every 3 years and never have to worry about anything and always be under the warranty? And in this situation, you probably wouldn't even have to buy the $1,500 extended warranty because you're probably still under factory warranty. So that gives you that option. Or keep it for 5 years and pay the whole thing off, turn around, sell it, and it only costs you about this much. You get a new vehicle every 5 years. Or do the 7, but you do have some risk in there with the warranty factor. And even on the 5, you're going to want to buy this extended warranty on there too. You have to make these decisions on what's best and smartest for you. My opinion, here is how long you keep your car. This is the rule right here. This is how long you keep, the absolute maximum you keep your car. Right here. It is inside of your extended warranty. My advice, my opinion, do not buy a new car today or truck or whatever it is without putting an extended warranty on it, and do not own it outside of the extended warranty period. That's my advice. That's my opinion. That's how I operate. That's how I will operate. I sleep at night knowing that I worry about nothing on my vehicles. Nothing at all. They are taken care of the entire time I own them, and I don't have to lift a finger or a penny or do anything to it. It is all handled, and I sleep very fine at night knowing that I paid $1,270 for that warranty on that Gladiator, and I will sell it way before it hits that warranty period, that max of 100,000 miles or 5 years, and I will get some of my money back when I do that. So that's the best I got for you. There is no hard, fast answer. It's all personal preference on what works best for you, but my advice, buy it and hold it under extended warranty. When a warranty's up, maybe time to move on, or then you start really risking, especially if you're buying it now. 6, 7, 8 years from now, I cannot believe or how astronomical that the labor rates and the parts cost and all these, what car repairs will be and how complex they are to do. I want no part of it. So the warranty for me, 100% a given. My best advice for you. Thanks for watching.